Hi guys, welcome back to the vlog. So it's been a pretty busy day around here. Had a couple of things that I've been working on, but one thing I needed to do, I think I told you in a previous video when I made the cranberry sauce, is that I did not, I was able to catch a deal and I got them for 99 cents a bag. So I used 2 bags for the cranberry sauce. But now, what am I going to do with the other 5 bags? So I've got 3 bags here of cranberries, and I've gone through and sifted out, our undesirables, and had it sitting in water here to clean and, you know, get all the sediment out and pick out all the puny looking ones. So I'm going to make cranberry juice. And the process seems pretty straightforward. I'm going to rinse off these cranberries and I'm going to put it in my pot, my stock pot that I have. Same pot I use for the cranberry sauce. And I'm going to add water to this and just let it kind of cook its way into making a concentrate of cranberry juice. Then I can have it in jars, and when I want cranberry juice, it's readily available, shelf stable. But here's the trick. I also got some black grapes. So I'm thinking that I will cook the cranberries in water in one pot, the grapes in water in another pot, and I'm going to make some cranberry juice and some cran grape juice. We'll see how that goes. Now, it doesn't seem to be a preference that I've kind of surmised through, my research of it, that some people do use green grapes, white grape juice, red grapes. So I couldn't find Concord grapes. That's something that I was really looking for, especially, I think at I don't want to say it's the end of fall, because technically we're still in fall, but like the end of September, October-ish is when Concord grapes are supposed to be in the stores and readily available, or you can go and pick them or whatever. I hadn't seen them at any farmers markets or anything like that. So I got these black grapes. The nutritional properties are similar to Concord grapes. So we're going to see how that goes. But for right now, I've got these both sitting in baking soda, vinegar, and water to clean them. So yeah, let me get pots and we're going to get these on the stove. Okay, so I have my grapes in this pot here, and I still got a couple of stems on some. I thought I got them all off. Let me tell you, this is some really particular work trying to sift out the stems and stuff off these berries and the bad berries from the good ones. So, all right, so we got the grapes in here. So I'm just going to add water to that and put that on the stove. I also have my trusty pot here for the cranberries. So here's the thing. I'm going to cook this down, get the juice from it. Then I'll be left with the pulp of the cranberries. I'm going to use that pulp to make another batch of cranberry sauce, I think. That way it won't go, totally to waste. Got another bad one. So that way it won't go totally to waste. And I can take some of that homemade cranberry sauce to either work or a couple of ladies at the gym or something. But I'll be able to still use those. So just because you make one recipe, try to find different ways so there's no waste. All right, so we're going to put water in these. Let me move this out because it looks very cluttered. And we have our trusty water filter here. All right, I think that's enough. I just wanted enough to be able to, oh, it's another stem, to coat the top of the grapes. So not excessively a lot because the grapes itself, I can pour a little bit of this off. The grapes itself has its own juice. All right, so that should be good enough. All right, and I'm gonna put this on the stove, put it on like a medium heat to get this started. All right, and now for our cranberries. This is some water I had left over. So it's pretty much like the filtered water. Okay, so I am going to put this on the stove now. Let me get the lid and I'll bring you guys back so you can kind of see the popping of the berries. And our next process is to making this concentrate. They're popping. Not popping yet here, but the water's already turning a shade of purple. The cranberries are just popping away. We're getting to the tricky part here. So what I want to happen is for these to pop like they're doing, but I'm going to have to stay on top of it so that it doesn't get to the state of where the cranberry sauce was, because this has so much pectin in it. We want it to stay in juice form and not immediately go to like the cranberry sauce type of thing. So as soon as it gets to the rolling boil, I think I have to take it off the stove. This is what I'm talking about. So we're almost at the point where they're all bursting. And we'll be ready to render the juice from them. But I was nervous because it started to boil. And you just don't want it to boil over. Meanwhile, looks like we got some action going on here with the grapes. Didn't hear anything from them as far as bursting goes, but they did split. Looks like we're getting almost all of them. Yeah, almost all of them busted. So we'll be ready to extract the juice from them before too long as well. So we're making good progress. Okay, here we are. So now all I need to do is pour this out into, I have a jelly bag that's kind of like a mesh that will be able to get all of the rest of the juice out of these berries. This was a lot of work. So let me show you. I had to mash all of the grapes to get the juice out of it. And I think it's a little bit more. So I have that in the bowl. And then we had another situation going on here. This is a jelly bag. And when you put the contents of it, as the cranberries are in, then it drips out the rest of the juice. So I need to pour that into the pot. And the remainder of the pulp for the cranberries will go into another batch of cranberry sauce. So there's that. It was a lot. Now, one thing I can say is that this is going to be the best way to get concentrate because, good grief. This will be the best way to get concentrate because it extracts from the berries. There is another way that they've been showing on TikTok that you put the berries and sugar in a mason jar, and then you pour the hot water over it, and that's one way to do it, but I don't think you're getting the same potency of the juice doing it that way. So I was just about to do it again. Where is my funnel? We're gonna pour this into these jars, fill the jars up. And I think I want to have 2 of them to be just cranberry juice. And we'll see how it goes with how many cran grape we can make. What I plan to do is when I'm ready to make my juice, I'll just pour this into a pitcher, add some water and sugar, or whatever flavoring I'm going to use as far as the sweetener goes. And that's pretty much it. You control the sugar that you're using. And you can't get any more pure fruit juice than this. All right. There's one. Excuse me. Okay. And it's such a beautiful color. You can also use this for cocktails. This can be your, if you have like a vodka cranberry or a certain cocktail. It's not really something that I push a whole lot, but it is the holiday season, and if that's one of the things you like to partake in, this can also be used for that. Like, there's a variety of uses. Okay. All right, now Let's see how we can do this. And if I get the hang of this pretty well, you know, it's pretty endless. You can make lemonade concentrate, all kinds of stuff. But I think I might try apple juice next, if this goes well. I am surprised that the grape isn't as sweet as I thought it would be. But I think it's like getting out of the mindset of what it's like, you know, in the store. Because this cranberry is really tart. I may need to do another strain. Look at that. Okay, just shy of 4 jars. And I'll keep this one out. So I have my cran grape and my cranberry juice. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed. This seemed to be a little bit more all over the place, and I apologize for that. But the main thing is, you know, just decide how you would want to make your cranberries. You can go the traditional method of doing it in a pot. You know, you can do like a bag or two. It doesn't have to be excessive. And I will link below the jelly bag that I used, because I think that really does help if you don't have a steamer. If you have a 2-tiered steamer pot, you can put the berries in the steamer and let it extract into the pot. That's another way to do it. So I'll link that below. I haven't got one of those yet. So maybe Black Friday, maybe I'll be checking that out. But I will link that below. I will link below the jelly mesh thing that I used today. And if you have any questions, you know, put them below. Any comments, please share what you would do if you are willing to try it. And thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you're enjoying the holiday season, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, friends.